Hi everyone. So let's talk about the interesting topic in Financial Service Cloud, which is cross-object field history. The cross-object field history feature is best suited for complex data model, which is those used for know your customer or the party profile data model, basically, which we have covered in our previous videos also. So with the help of this feature, users can monitor and audit record changes multiple related objects by using this feature, and it helps users to check each record individually by providing a single view of changes across different object, right? So what this does that it provides a consolidated screen where we can see the full history tracking related changes from various objects on a single screen, right? So to enable this feature, we need Financial Service Cloud licenses basically. And before we do a deep dive into this topic, that how it looks and how we can set it up, there are certain consideration of which we need to talk. Okay. So like field history tracking supports up to 20 fields per object. And if you use some add-ons basically, which is like the sealed, like the Salesforce sealed, then we can take up to 60 fields also. Okay. The out of the box screen which we have for object field history, we can show up to 20 records into that. And as in the field history tracking, we cannot track the changes on which are formula, roll-ups, or auto number of fields, similarly created by last modified fields. So these limitations remain same on cross-object field history also. Okay. If you talk about the nesting into the records basically, or the object basically. So we can we can add maximum 5 nodes at each level basically, and each, like from the top level to bottom, we can go up to 4 level basically. So we'll show you like what is this 4 level and 5 level basically in the screen or the live demo basically. Okay. So how do we enable this basically? So to enable it, like we need to go into setting, okay, in the setup, and we need to search for cross object registry setting, and we need to enable this. Once we enable it, is next step, we need to create cross object field history graph. Okay. So to create a field history graph, let's see what we can do. So here we have this feature available, cross object field history graph. We can create on the new graph. Okay. We can click on the new graph. I'll show you with the existing graph basically. So would create from default, like new from scratch. So before I go, I do step by step basically. Let me show you what graph I already have created basically. Okay. So here, let me click on the edit. So if you see, I already have created a graph which is having the setup of party profile. So we can show the related history from the related object, which are the party profiles related object. So if the objects are not related with each other, we cannot show them in a single graph. We have to create a multiple different graphs for that purpose. So in this example, basically, what I have done, I have chosen the parent object, which is party profile. Now I have chosen some direct object of party profile. So one is party profile address. So if I click here, this is party profile address, and we need to click the parent node lookup field also, like which is the field using which we need to track this the relationship like child and parent basically. So we have a lookup of party profile. If I want to apply some filters also, which I can do here, but I'm skipping the filter part as of now. And then in the display, so this is the label which I'm given here. I'm giving here, which shows as address. And then we need to display fields, select the fields basically. So these fields will be the fields for which history tracking has been enabled. So it shows us the fields where history tracking is not enabled, but it will not help us to show the data basically. Okay. Now, if you see another object, this is party credit profile, this is party expense, this is income, and this is verification. So we talked about the 5 level at each node. So this is the 5 level at each node basically. So at party profile, I'm able to add 5 objects. Yeah, you see one is address, another is credit history, expense, income, and verifications. Now, if like for this party credit profile, we have some related object also, which are not directly linked to party profile, but they are linked with the party credit profile, like party credit profile alert, or party credit profile financial account, and the party credit profile inquiries. So I have chosen these objects also, and I have chosen some fields which we can display. Okay. So this is the 4 level basically. So this was the first level. Now at nested level, I can go up to 4 level basically. Okay. Now, so this is how we can configure this graph basically, and we can click on the save. Now we need to place a component on a party profile object. So I am clicking on the edit page, and on the history basically I already have dropped it. So this is a component cross object field history, and when I dropped it, I need to give a label, and then I need to choose the graph name. So I already had created a new graph. I've chosen that, and I can save and activate this. Now let's see how it looks like. So on the history, basically, if you see party profile, so this party profile record was created. Okay, and I have not made any changes on this. But let me show you some other objects where the history is being managed. So if you see, there are 2 records, like one income, like 2 records we have created, and you see the income amount was updated from X to Y million on 3rd May of 2026. Okay, so this is one way to see it. Now, if I click on this, okay, it would show me data in a tabular format, and we have certain features here also. So currently this is grouped by date. So if I want to group it with object, so I can see like on the party profile what are the changes were made, on address what kind of changes were made. If address, we can see the address type what changed, this date from this to this, and this was the user who has done this. We can also see a history basically, and some more information can be seen here. Okay, now, like this is how it shows the data. I can apply certain filters based on the date range, or let's up date range basically. I clicked on the income, so I am able to see the income data here only. This is kind of filters we can add, and if I remove all the filters, show all digit, and I can do the collapse, so I can see the objects here. If multiple objects are here, and I can click any of node, and I can see them history from there. Okay. So it is quite helpful for the users to see the consolidated screen at at one level instead of going on a different screen. So without this feature, if they want to see the history of different objects, they have to traverse on each object, and the delivered list on each object basically. So this is a quite helpful feature, quite time saving basically. It increases the productivity of the users. That's right. Thank you so much.